Harry is not interacting with Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola, possibly due to an ongoing dispute with David and Victoria Beckham. Harry was excited like a schoolboy while watching Messi play in Los Angeles last night. However, there was an awkward moment when he walked right past Brooklyn Beckham and his wife, Nicola Peltz, amid rumors of a feud with the Beckhams. Video footage captured the Duke of Sussex being escorted to his VIP suite, which costs $9,000 a night, by his bodyguards. He was attending a match in Miami, where Los Angeles FC lost 3-1 to Messi's team. It's somewhat ironic that Messi has only one bodyguard and still gets swarmed by fans everywhere, even on the pitch, where someone attempted to approach him. In contrast, Harry had 3 bodyguards, but it seemed like nobody paid much attention to him. He simply walked past the celebrity couple, and they didn't acknowledge him despite all the commotion. Harry briefly looked in the direction of Brooklyn and Nicola, but didn't seem to acknowledge the son of his suspected former friend. Brooklyn and Nicola also didn't seem to return the glance from the Duke of Sussex. This video has added to the rumors and suspicions of a continuing feud between the Beckhams and the Sussexes. Harry, whose wife Meghan was listed as a guest but didn't attend last night, had the opportunity to meet Messi after the match. He joked with a fan that the World Cup winner needed help finding the net. Harry was part of a group of celebrities at the event, including LAFC owner Will Ferrell, Leonardo DiCaprio, Owen Wilson, Selena Gomez, and Jason Sudeikis. He was seen warmly greeting Mr. Ferrell. David Beckham, who co-owns the Miami team, was also in attendance, but there's no indication that he crossed paths with Harry. Last month, it became apparent that David and Victoria Beckham seemed to have become targets or subjects of interest in some way. Harry's awkward encounter with the Beckhams comes after some confusion about whether Harry and Meghan were invited to the couple's wedding earlier this year. The Beckhams were invited to the Sussexes' wedding in 2018, but by 2022, there was no sign of Harry and Meghan on the guest list for the wedding of the Beckham son, Brooklyn, to American actress Nicola Peltz in February. Details about the lead-up to Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz's wedding became public due to a legal battle over a deposit that the bride's father, Nelson Peltz, had paid. Nelson Peltz launched a lawsuit demanding his £132,000 deposit back from wedding planners Nicole Bragin and Ariana Grolla. In response, Bragin and Grolla called Peltz a bullying billionaire and filed a counterclaim for breach of contract. WhatsApp messages showed some confusion about whether the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were on the guest list. In one exchange, Claudia Peltz asked, "Did Meghan get an invite?" To which Nicola replied, "Who's Meghan?" Claudia responded, and Harry seemed to be mentioned, although this hasn't been confirmed. The Beckhams are known for their support of the royal family. They attended both Prince William's weddings, and William treats them well and doesn't speak negatively about others. The Beckhams refrain from making negative comments, and David even waited in line for 12 hours with no special treatment. David Beckham, on the other hand, paid his respects to Queen Elizabeth when she was lying in state without any special privileges or shortcuts. David and his wife have a different approach compared to Harry and Meghan. They maintain a more private and respectful stance, while the Sussexes have been criticized for leaking information and making untrue statements. It's mentioned that David Beckham hasn't given up hope of receiving a knighthood in the near future, but his alignment with the wrong group doesn't work in his favor. Additionally, an email from 2017, where he complained about not being knighted and criticized the honors committee, surfaced, and he claimed not to care about receiving the honor. The messages also included complaints about others receiving awards, like Katherine Jenkins, and suggested he would have received recognition much earlier if he were American. And Christine expressed hate to Meghan and claimed a Montecito new home next to Sussex isn't good enough. Kevin Costner's estranged wife, Christine Baumgartner, has recently moved into a luxurious 4-bedroom rental home in Montecito. This impressive property sits on a 1-acre plot and features custom-designed interiors, a spacious pool with a jacuzzi, and comes with a staggering monthly rent of $40,000. However, Christine believes that this rental home is not suitable for her family, despite her reservations. Christine, who is 49 years old, moved into the upscale four-bedroom property last Friday. This move was exclusively reported by DailyMail.com. It came shortly after a judge in Santa Barbara, California, significantly reduced her child support payments from $129,000 per month to $63,000 per month. Christine had initially requested an increase to $261,000 per month to afford a beachfront home similar to the one she had lived in with Kevin Costner. During the two-day hearing, the mother of three expressed that her new home didn't offer the same level of comfort as her previous one. She raised concerns about her sons having to share a bathroom and criticized the guest accommodations. While the home does include a pool house with guest accommodations inside, Baumgartner argued in court that guests would have to enter the main house to use the shower. She also pointed out that her sons, Caden and Hayes, aged 14, would have to share a bathroom, while her daughter, Grace, aged 13, would also be sharing a bathroom with the household. Baumgartner told the court that she wanted a house like that to maintain a similar lifestyle for her children. She mentioned looking at two properties, one of which was on the same street as her previous home. However, Christine's statements not only worked against her in court, but also stirred up some attention in Montecito. Duchess Meghan was unexpectedly brought into this incident, and many locals found it amusing during her interview about the lawsuit. Mr. Josh, who is 54, humorously wondered if there would be photos of Meghan with a new neighbor. Meanwhile, Mr. Baumgartner's comments were seen as reflecting bitterness and isolation, and they resonated with certain individuals. Each time a woman stands up for herself, she's standing up for all women, and this is something Meghan strongly believes in. In the spirit of sisterhood, Meghan would be more than willing to mediate between Christine and Kevin. Miss Jane, aged 35, moving into an expensive place costing $40,000 a month while having an income of $633,000 might raise questions about her financial choices, similar to the situation with the Harkles. Miss Brittany, aged 30, jokingly added that if Christine complains about her new apartment not having enough bathrooms, she can use one at Meghan's home since Meghan has 16 of them. Kevin Costner also expressed his opinion about Meghan, stating in an interview segment on a British TV show, Lorraine, that he doesn't believe Meghan Markle will be able to return to acting as long as she's married to Prince Harry. The star of The Bodyguard mentioned the challenges of being in a relationship with a royal, emphasizing that it would be difficult due to the royal duties and expectations. He expressed support for Harry, saying he wouldn't want to see his wife kissing someone else on screen. Costner continued by acknowledging that royalty is a unique and complex world, often incomprehensible from an outsider's perspective, and suggested that Meghan has already received a lifetime's worth of attention.